Hey Majestics, how y'all doing today? So, I'm coming here. I'm finna do this review right quick. I'm finna do the review about the movie The Kitchen. I don't even know if you can hear that in the background, but I hope it ain't no copyright stuff because I think my son watching something, and I hope it ain't no copyright stuff. So anyway, let's get right into it. So the movie The Kitchen. Actually, is it called Hell's Kitchen? No, it's called The Kitchen. Cause okay, so I gotta say, the movie was boring. Okay, I'm just gonna put it up there. Like I was gonna try to say it in a different. It was boring. It was boring. Like boring. Like it was boring. It didn't really get good until the movie is like an hour and 38 minutes long. So it didn't get good until at the hour, like an hour and 10 minutes. That's when it actually got good. So like the last 30 minutes of the movie was actually the last 38 minutes of the movie was actually when it started to get good. Before that, it was boring as heck. It moved slow. It was, and I guess what they were going for was to really show a lot of the movies now are showing like role reversals, you know what I'm saying? So it's showing more women being bosses and doing things, and you know what I'm saying, so it's showing more of that. But this particular movie, like, honestly, it kind of gave me the Widows vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you've seen the movie Widows with what is her name, Viola Davis, and a couple other stars in there. But it was giving me that. It was kind of like that we're showing women taking ownership and, you know what I'm saying, pretty much being bosses, you know what I'm saying, and taking on the roles of, I gotta do what I gotta do, which women do anyway, you know what I'm saying, especially as single mothers or whatever, and that was kind of what the movie was, kind of like, their partners kind of was taken out of the picture, and they pretty much had to fend for themselves and make sure that they made a way for themselves, and some of them had children, so things like that. So it was kind of like that, you know. So I like that they're showing more movies. Oh, my video just skipped. Petty. Um, I like that they're showing more movies that are like that, but it was just too slow for me. Like, it was just too slow, the way that it built and everything. It was boring. I'm telling you, like, I wasn't interested until the last, like, I was like, oh, okay, because I was about to be like, I'm not gonna watch this that well. Like, I'm not gonna watch it. But, it did pick up. So, actually, I was actually kind of happy though to see Tiffany Haddish play a different role. A lot of the movies that she's been doing lately has been taking her outside of her comedian stretch, and I like that. I like that she was still able to be true to herself and still being able to keep her little cadences and nuances, like the way she say things, and I'm glad that a piece of her was still being able to come out in in her characters. I liked the way that they had her character switch roles. I ain't gonna get no spoiler alert, so I'm not gonna tell y'all exactly what happened. But as boring as it is, you probably would be like, girl, just tell me what happened. But I'm not gonna do that because you might actually want to watch the movie and you might think differently than I do. I don't know. I wasn't impressed. Anyways, back to what I was saying about Tiffany. So, her role though, like in the movie, like the role that she initially started as in the movie switches. So that was kind of interesting to see how they kind of had that storyline play itself out. So it was kind of like, oh, okay, cool, cool. Melissa McCarthy, we know she has done a lot of roles. So a lot of things she's done differently. She's done serious roles and things like that. And I always think that she's just a really good actor. Like, even when she plays for serious roles, when she's comedic, like all of that. And This wasn't, I wouldn't say her best role to me, but I liked how they made her like a little, you know what I'm saying, baddie and all of that. Like, I like that. But like her, my favorite role of hers, and you would think that I would know the name of the movie specifically, but I do not. But it was like some movie where she was like forging letters or something from past. She was like an author, and she was forging letters of past authors type of thing. And I really, really, really liked how she played that role. Like, I watched that movie like 3 times because it was just really like, I just really loved that movie. I really loved how she played the character and everything. But that is not a review about that movie, so I'm not going to talk about it fully. But the point I was making is that, you know, I liked Melissa in this movie too. I don't think she was the star of the movie though. Like, I honestly think like Tiffany was the star of the movie. And I know this sounds crazy, but I really, really think that for me, this movie was more about Tiffany's character than Melissa's. And initially when I first saw it, like, I thought that the movie was going to be more so about her. And granted, throughout the movie they did play a lot of their lives, like it did intertwine about all of their lives and everything. So a lot of people got a lot of screenplay and got, you know, information about their past, and well, not really their past, but you know, their life. But for me, I really, 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 really think that Tiffany was the star of the show. It still made the movie boring, but I mean, it didn't make the movie boring, but the movie was still boring. Like, just honestly. So, what I say for you to go see it, I don't even know if it's still in theaters. Like, when I saw it, I saw it a little while ago. I ain't gonna lie. And I just thought about doing the review. But I don't think it's worth it. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't think, like, I would honestly give it a 5 out of 10. Straight up. Like a 5 out of 10. And that's solely based on the fact that um it had a decent storyline, but it was boring as heck. Like, that to me, like, boring. Like, a movie, like, you know how some movies start off and they start off slow and then they pick up like within the middle, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how when you grew up in school and they taught you about stories and how they happen and stuff. And so, like, you know, when you have to write the summary of the story, you know, you got the beginning, the climax, and the plot, the climax, you know what I'm saying. It's kind of like that. So most movies, you be sitting there waiting for the climax. You know what I'm saying? And the climax for this movie did not happen until the end. And so that for me was just like sad. Sad. You know, because you know how you see some movies and you're like, okay, this might be decent. You know, you get kind of be interested in watching it and hoping that it don't let you down. And honestly, I was not impressed. I was not impressed at all. And I know I didn't talk much about the other female character in the movie. I don't really know her name. I've seen her in a couple other movies. And I would just say that I do like the way that she played in the movie. So, with that said, do I think you should go see the movie? No. I'm sorry. I spit all in my screen. Oh, my bad. I'm gonna spit all on you. My bad, y'all. That was nasty. I'm sorry. No. No. I give it a 5 out of 10. If it come out on DVD and you want to see it, then rent it. Bread box it. Don't like rent the $4.99 version. Rent the like $1.99 version from Redbox. Or I think that's the cheapest version. Or unless they have it like, you know, on Apple Music and not Apple Music, Lord, on the Apple Store or Google Play Store, and it's like $1.99 to rent, then do that. But to spend like $4-5 on it, I don't think it's worth it. I don't. Sorry, y'all. So that was it for this review of The Kitchen. I'll be back with a couple more videos talking about some other movies. If you have any suggestions of like movies that you think I should review or that you would like to see me do reviews on, then just leave a comment below. All right, bye, Majestics.